ladies and gentlemen, roosters and hens, and everything else in between, on behalf of the Chicken Derby ambassadors, I am Tyler at MBF Express. This is Josh at Grateful Coops.
What's up?
And we are here to give away 2 chickens with this wonderful wheel that we have set up here. 118 people ran their full 7 races and bought a chicken and held it through the Buy and Fly Challenge tournament. And we have now 2 birds we'll be giving away. Our first spin will be the 90 Sultan for the runner-up, and then of course the final spin. And we'll make sure we're very clear on this one when we do it. That the final spin is the 96 Teal SERAMA, which is a with the exception of the FUD eyes, is a hell of a chicken to give away.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know if you can FUD the eyes on that. That's just a good-looking bird.
I think I'm done FUDing the eyes. I don't have an exhausted eye bird that I like, but I'm going to stop trying to FUD the eyes because they don't matter, or do they?
Yeah.
But yeah, this was a success in my mind. We had a total of 170, I think it was 171 birds that were purchased. It seems like more than a few people stopped running them at 5 or 6 races. Maybe they didn't realize they needed to run the full 7. But that's why we ended up with 118 people that did the full setup and held the birds correctly. So that's pretty cool. I'm happy with the way this turned out. It definitely brought a little bit of life to the market, and not to mention we have a lot of fun things coming up.
Yeah, we saw some birds that you wouldn't imagine winning on the podium in that 7 race challenge too. Dennis Theo taking it down. Congrats on that 91 Classic Sultan fan group there. No Name Coop took the 93 Dorking Dig.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a
90.
That was a 90 Dorking.
Yep.
That got 2nd place.
Sure was.
7 races. Had the 2nd highest average. That's pretty good.
And I think 3rd place was still just a was that a white beak Dorking from Spiver?
Yeah.
Chicken Express with 3rd place. Yeah. So this format's pretty cool. I think it kind of shows that if you're just running the birds the way you want to, no matter what class you're in, there's a possibility for this type of tournament to work.
Yep.
In the long term. And obviously a 100 Dorking won it, but right there in 2nd place and 3rd place, and right around it, it's a good mixture. There's actually a 100 Devo, I think, in 5th or 6th place.
Yeah.
So I mean, these 90s beat it out in the 7 race.
And then through the 2 weeks, the leaderboard was changing all the time, and but it was fluently birds that you could pick up off the floor right now, and that's what's kind of cool about that challenge. And we'd like to expand on it, I think, and see what we can do. Minus the buy part, and just do Royal Rumble type 20-30 race tournament and see who comes out on top.
Possibly even some type of long form setup with this whole thing too, that we can always keep some type of interest moving with races. So
I'd be interested to see if a season would work like that too.
Yeah,
I think it could.
I like it
because there's no boundaries that can stop you. It's just you managing your birds and running them well. That's the thing.
Yep.
So
and that's the best part. With the exception of having to buy and hold, all you had to do was raise your bird here in order to get yourself into this challenge. So it was very easy, hands off, fun to enter. I'm sure there was even some people that entered that didn't realize they were entering, which it's even better.
Well, they're going to find a chook in their wallet if they win. Speaking of that chook, it's this 96 SERAMA right here, and also a 90 Sultan. Why don't we get to that wheel, huh?
Yep. So the first spin.
Hang on here.
Oh, wait.
Go. You're good. There's the wheel.
Yep.
All right.
The first spin will be for the 90 Sultan. I cannot emphasize this enough. This spin is for the 90 Sultan. If you win the 90 Sultan, your name does not get removed. You can still win the 96 Teal. But we did want to give away 2 birds here, just because we had them in the program, and this is what it's all about. So,
and there's a lot of names on this list.
Sure are. 118. It's all mixed through. Which
that's 100. There were 170 on the leaderboard. This is of the people that finished their 7 races. And
I do believe anyone ambassador has been removed, but obviously if it lands on someone that's in the program, we'll spin it again. But we'll make sure you take that. I double checked it a bunch of times. So here we go. This spin right here is for the 90 Sultan, and our first one starts now.
Now.
Here we go.
Who's getting it?
Slowing down.
Who's getting it?
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Oh, what?
So
Spiver, our third place winner,
gets himself a second bird.
Look at that.
That's the way it works on the spin. Congratulations, Spiver. You've won 2 chickens out of this one.
Hell yeah.
Lucky guy.
90 Sultan.
All right. Okay, so that was just for the 90 Sultan. This wheel spin's a wheel spin, but the chances of it landing there again, pretty crazy in my opinion. But so this one here, this is for the 96 teal SERAMA. This is a pretty cool bird. Anything with teal, we don't know what teal does yet, but it's beautiful.
What's the floor on a 96 SERAMA right now?
Oh, that's a good question. I can't pull away from the screen at the moment. So you threw that in my lap that I can't.
I can do it quick. You can keep talking.
No problem. The 96 SERAMAs, the teal. I'm partial to the teal. I have 2 with teal. I love both of those birds. To be determined what that does yet, whether the wattle and Coleman wattle have any type of racing indication to it, or if it is just breeding. But whatever it is a gorgeous bird. Even with the FUD eyes, it is still a gorgeous bird. 96 FUD. Teal SERAMA going to one of the 118 that took this down. Josh, anything there? Did you see
0.31?
0.31. That's pretty nice. That's a nice prize. Yep. Not to mention the teal on top.
Not to mention the teal on top. I'll tell you the next one that has teal is 0.69.
Yep. Nice. So here we are.
Hell yeah.
Moving forward, we now have the wheel spin for the 96 teal SERAMA.
Let's go.
Stop procrastinating on this one. Let's go. 96 teal SERAMA going to this winner on the wheel.
Let's go. Let's go.
Spinning. It is slowing down on
what?
Coop Kokoroko. My goodness. The luck of this human being.
Seriously?
Is insane. The luck of this human being. Congratulations to at Coop Kokoroko. Takes this one down. This is pretty awesome.
How?
So we got some birds out to people. Hey, listen, the wheel spin is right there.
Yeah, I know.
There was no way I could have set that up. The wheel spin is sitting there perfectly. That's why we went live. That's why we did it the way we did it. So congratulations to our winners. We will make sure to get these birds out to you all. And
I'll send them out right now as soon as I can find the wallets. So I got them both. So
perfect. And what's awesome here is that we now have just a small lull before we are diving right into a new tournament for Chicken Derby, the cream of the crop. This is going to be mayhem, I believe.
It's a little tricky. You gotta read the instructions, and it's read them a couple times to make sure you understand.
Right.
But it should be pretty fun. Kind of going to be a little interesting how you pick and choose your races.
We've already seen some people talking about, like, can we set up situations where more of those birds are in the same races together? And over 3 weeks, needing 60 races, I'll be surprised if anything can be coordinated that well over the time frame.
Right.
I feel like the first maybe 30 races, maybe even 20 races, is just going to be going at it as much as you can and seeing kind of where you fall. It's going to be really hard to forecast if you even have a shot, because we have no idea what this tournament is going to yield as far as the winner, as far as the number that you'll need for the winner. So we are all in the dark here.
Doesn't necessarily mean you could beat a bunch of 91 Sultans and still get 5th, but yet you come out with the most points in the race.
Right.
That's it's kind of interesting.
Right. And I do love the fact that you don't have to be a podium winner to still have a really profitable race. I mean, that's really the cool part here. Like on top of the fact that we're just racing and we like to race, we like to win some money. Getting a 6th place and taking down 6 other birds that were either if you had a SERAMA, the same heritage of perfection, that's pretty cool. So for those of you that don't know that are hanging around, the cream of the crop breaks down to 1 point if you beat a chicken that is of the same heritage, 1 point if you beat a chicken that is of the same perfection, And of course, 2 points if that chicken is the same heritage and perfection of your bird. 60 races, 3 weeks. I really don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
By and large, the community seems pretty excited about the whole concept, even though a lot of us don't really know where we're going with this yet. But I'm excited to get started, and to get started tomorrow.
Yeah, it should be interesting. Congratulations to the winners from the Buy and Fly.
Very much.
Keep your eyes peeled on whatever the Chicken Derby ambassadors I'll have coming up next. You know, we're cooking stuff up in our little world over there.
We'll have some smaller giveaways as well, where we're putting together something big again. Obviously, we're going to let this 3-week tournament do its thing, and we're going to just lay out for that. And you'll be seeing a lot more from us as we go.
Yep. So, congrats to the winners again. Coop Collective and Spiver getting the Sultan, and then again to the winners of the 7-race challenge. Congrats, and from the Coop Collective, I'm Grateful Coops, and this is at MBF Express, and we'll see you Sunday night at, what is that, 10 Eastern?
10-ish.
Yep. See ya. What? It's always something.